Everywhere GBS.
Hello viewer, and thank you very much for joining us. It is indeed a very good morning. It is the 4th day of October 2019. We're glad that you're tuned in to GBS, where we give you viewing beyond the limit. This is GBS Morning Extra. I am Timothy Omondi. As we begin today, we start with some politics this Friday. He might not be there yet, but ODM's candidate Imran Okoth seemed to be enjoying support from different quarters. Different quarters, I mean enemy camps. Well, let's hear from Wangoi Wambui how this is going.
Imran Okoth, the ODM candidate, has continued to get support from rival camps. Nominated MP Godfrey Osoti, Amani National Congress, and Maina Commander Jubilee have both declared their support for him. Osoti said Vihiga Senator John Kaniri and his Kakamega counterpart Cleophas Malala were also planning to back Imran. ANC is fronting Eliud Owalo, while Jubilee is campaigning for former footballer McDonald Mariga to succeed the late Ken Okoth. Okoth died at the Nairobi hospital in July this year after a long battle with colon cancer. Meanwhile, opposition chief Raila Odinga has asked all ODM lawmakers to pitch camp in Kibra and help campaign for the party's candidate Imran Okoth. Raila, who chaired the party's parliamentary group meeting on Parliament grounds, where he asked the MP to take up their position in the Kibra polls battlefront. It is after this that a member of the ODM media team posted a picture that brought confusion and outrage in the Jubilee's Tangatanga function. The tweet by ODM insinuated that Malindi MP Aisha Jumwa had declared her support for Imran and that she had quit the DP's William Ruto's camp. The post was later pulled down following protests from Aisha Jumwa.
Na mimi nataka niseme hivi. Wenzangu kule walitoka wakasema sijui tumeona candidate wa handshake, sijui na mimi candidate wa handshake wangu ni nani? Mariga. Si ndivyo? Kwa hivyo mimi nawasihi na waomba na mimi mtakapomwona deputy president yuko.
Jumwa was elected on an ODM ticket but has since declared support for Deputy President William Ruto. Reporting for GBS Morning Extra, I'm Wangoi Wambui.
Well, from politics now, we take a look at some tragic story in the western part of the country where one person died on the spot and scores were injured after a building under construction collapsed at Butali Trading Center in Kakamega North. The 10 a.m. incident saw at least 7 workers lie in the debris for several hours before a rescue team arrived. County Commissioner Pauline Dola, who arrived at the scene several hours after the incident, confirmed the death of one of the workers and told journalists that the injured were rushed to different hospitals. She urged residents to remain calm and let the police conduct investigation to establish the cause of the accident. Well, back to the politics in Kibra. A group of young people, allegedly from Jubilee, met with the former deputy governor of Kisumu, who is Ruth Odinga, in Kibra, to announce or to speak about voice their support to the ODM candidate Imran Okoth. Imran Okoth seemed to be enjoying quite a number of support from the opposing camps, and these youth say that they support the handshake. Let's listen in from the story filed for us by Mary Vuguza.
The youth praised the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga for bringing peace in the area, saying they were not ready for a candidate who will spoil the deal. The leaders claimed that the president was trapped into authorizing Jubilee's party MC Donald Mariga. Kisumu Deputy Governor Ruth Odinga thanked the youth leaders for the handshake and urged the youth to remain vigilant and refuse to be abused politically. ODM's Kibra chairman Jekonia Onyango said he was confident the party will retain the Kibra seat, and he also added that the president had only put a cap on Mariga's head.
Kiti ya ubunge ya Kibra ishaamuliwa ama bado haijamuliwa?
Reporting for GBS Morning Extra, Ameri Vuguza.
Now we cross over to the coastal region, where for over 80 hours the family of Mariam Kigendi, 35, and her 4-year-old daughter Amanda Mudeu has waited for the recovery of their 2 bodies. Now the family hopes rest on the robots that are being used to try and fasten the rescue mission, the recovery mission. The government spokesperson reiterated that Cyrus Oguna reiterated that patient needs to be encouraged among people owing to the poor visibility underneath the sea because of the high tides in the region. Colonel Oguna also asked Kenyans and the family of the Likoni Ferry tragedy victims to be patient with the government as the search and recovery continues. Oguna further said that the activities of the Likoni Channel have contributed to the delay in recovery mission, since it is the only gateway for the ships into the Mombasa port. Oguna, who addressed the media, contradicted what the managing director of the Kenya Ferry Services, Bakari Goa, had told reporters on Tuesday. Mr. Bakari said that they had already located the car. Private divers hired by the family had a different account too. The difference in accounts saw the private divers hired by the family clash with the government team.
Mimi kwanza nataka kutoa risala zangu za rambirambi kwa niaba ya watu wa Likoni na pia kwa niaba ya familia yangu. Na niseme pole sana kwa familia ya mwenda zake dada yetu Kigenda na msichana wetu Amanda. Na niseme ni masikitiko makubwa sana ya kwamba tumempoteza dada yetu na msichana wake. Lakini niambie Wakenya wenzangu na watu wote ambao tuko hapa tukihuzunika na tukiwa katika maombolezi. Sasa hivi kile cha msingi ambacho tuko nacho na kazi kubwa ambayo tuko nayo hapa ni kupatiana morali na kuwa hapa kuhakikisha ya kwamba vile vitengo vya kiserikali, the government agencies ambazo zinahusika na mambo haya ya uokozi ama ya usalama katika bahari wataweza kushirikiana kidete kuona ya kwamba tumepata mili hii miwili ya dada yetu na mtoto wake, na pengine pamoja tupate na hiyo gari.
Niaba ya Kenya Ferry, mimi ni mwenyekiti na wote ambao wanahusika. Kuna mambo mengi yamesemwa, kuna mambo mengi yametendwa, lakini nataka niweke record straight. Jana tulikuwa na boti 10 na hata nyinyi waandishi wa habari tukampeleka pale, mkaona changamoto kwamba bahari ni chafu na yale mengine. Yangu ilikuwa ni kusema tu coordination yote ya divers wanaokuja au wametoka Amerika au wametoka Europe itafanywa na Kenya Navy. They have done a good job. Wamekuwa hapa kutoka Jumapili, hawalali, ni vijana wetu, tuwapatie motisha ama namna gani ili wamalize kazi hii. Tukianza kulaumiana wakati huu sio wa kulaumiana. Wakati huu kama vile mbunge amesema, tushikane pamoja, tuwe kama wa Kenya ili tufariji familia na tutoe mwili na ikiwezekana tutoe gari.
Fikira ambazo hazina tija yoyote, hazina msingi wote, kwamba serikali ilizembea, taasisi zikazembea, magari ikaelea kwa muda wa dakika 20. Hizo sio za kweli. Na mimi naomba nyinyi wote, yule yeyote ambaye ako na video ambayo inaonyesha kwamba hiyo gari ililelea kwa dakika 20 ama 8 ama hata 4, alete hiyo video. Mheshimiwa amesema vizuri kwamba kuna video zinatembea hapa za magari za miaka iliyopita na kusema kwamba ni gari hii ya juzi. Hiyo sio kweli. Kile nimewaelezea ndio kweli mtupu. Naomba mueleze wananchi, muandike hivyo. Jambo lingine ni kuhusu ushirikiano baina ya taasisi zile ambazo ziko hapa, vitengo vya kuendelea na shughuli hii ya kutafuta gari. Vitengo hivyo wamekuwa hapa tangu Jumapili. Wa kwanza kufika ilikuwa ni Kenya Navy ambao ndio wanaongoza operation hii, wakafuatwa na vitengo vingine. Lakini tangu wakati huo kumekuwa na ushirikiano mmoja, na hakuna kitengo ambacho kiko na nguvu zaidi kuliko nyingine, maana kila kitengo kina kifaa tofauti na kitengo nyingine. Kwa hivyo nakuta kwamba kama divers iko na Kenya Navy, wakihitajika hapa Kenya Navy walikuwa wa kwanza kufika. Kwa hivyo ushirikiano uliopo imetufikisha hadi sasa ambapo tunaongelea kuhusu vifaa fulani ama vituo fulani ambazo leo wanakagua hivyo vituo, ambapo tunakisia na tuna matumaini kwamba labda kufikia jioni ya leo tutakuwa tumemaliza operation.
And now, moving on, but staying with matters related to the coastal region of the country, passengers making the 5-hour trip between Nairobi and the coastal city of Mombasa have to either contend with hunger or pay exorbitant prices for the food offered on board the SGR trains. This follows a directive that has barred travelers from bringing food and drinks to the train. On Wednesday, the Kenya Railway issued a notice prohibiting all alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverage as well as cooked food from the train, warning passengers that they will be searched and food items confiscated at the checkpoints at the terminal and stations. The notice, which was posted on the corporation's social media account, was met with anger from citizens who claimed it was seeking profiteering. Now to the corridors of justice now. Sarah Wairimu Kamotho has been charged with the murder of the Dutch billionaire and her husband, Tom Cohen. Justice Stella Mutuku had that Ms. Kamotho, together with others not in court, killed Cohen on the night of July 19th and 20th in Nairobi, a charge that she denied. At the same time, Justice Mutuku has allowed lawyer Philip Murgor to represent Ms. Kamotho in the trial, saying there is no conflict of interest. The judge said Mr. Murgor's resignation as public prosecutor on March 7th was enough, since no one can be forced to remain in office against their will. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution had told the court that Murgor's appointment as public prosecutor was gazetted on January 16, 2019, and is yet to be revoked. Now, to matters education, 6 more primary and nursery schools have been shut down by the government in Lamu County, bringing the number of schools closed in the region within 1 week for failure to meet the Ministry of Education requirements to 14. Speaking to the press in his Lamu office, the Lamu County Director of Education, Joshua Kayaga, confirmed to have closed Amu Kindergarten, which had 59 pupils, Flying Angels Academy, 11, Uma Academy, 56, Tumaini Academy, 171, Mpeketoni Premier Academy, 201, Nagele Public School that had only 7 pupils, and FPFK School. According to Mr. Kayaga, most of the affected institutions had failed to register with the Ministry of Education, while others were closed due to poor infrastructure. On Tuesday, hundreds of parents stormed the Lamu County Ministry of Education office after 8 private and primary schools and nursery schools were closed. The parents were decrying the abrupt closure of the learning centers.
Ni athari kubwa sana, kwa sababu mimi nasema kama watoto wetu, kwa vile niko na experience kwa watoto wetu hapa Lamu, watoto kiwa wako na zurura kwanza huwa madawa ya kulevya, kwanza wanafanywa ubakaji, wakabakwa ovyo ovyo kwa sababu mazingira yenyewe yalivyo. Kisha na shule yetu si watoto wa mbali, ni watoto hapa Lamu yetu, majirani ya shule. Na ukiangalia mimi ni mmoja ni jirani aswa hii shule. Najua ile mazingira kuna watoto wetu vile wanaathirika. Najua imani 100% kia watoto wetu mmoja akiwa tutafungiwa hii shule yetu ya Bridge, najua hakika kwamba tutapata watoto wapotevu.
Watoto wa darasa la 8 hawatafanya mtihani vizuri kwa sababu wameathirika na ile masomo yao. Kwa sababu walimu wao wamezoea walimu fulani na leo hawako, wanaenda kwa walimu wengine, watakuwa wakifundishwa vingine kule. Kwa hivyo mimi naona ni vizuri waache kwanza, hata kama watakufunga waache watoto wamalize mtihani alafu wafanye hiyo kazi yao.
Now, still on matters related to education, and when we come back to Nairobi, where the Starehe Girls Center had been closed following what the government termed as an outbreak of an unknown disease that left 52 students isolated. Nairobi Regional Director of Education, Jared Obiero, on Thursday said that the school would reopen on Monday, October the 7th. The affected learners had a high-pitched cough, sneezed, and had a low-grade fever, according to a statement issued by the school on Monday. Doctors from the Integrated Disease Surveillance Response Department collected samples for analysis at the Kenya Medical Research Institute. The results were expected to be released on Thursday, but the school is yet to communicate to parents and the public. Officials from the Ministry of Health in Nairobi City County and volunteer doctors from the Starehe community are monitoring the situation at the school in Nairobi.
We have kids. Lakini tumeambiwa tuchukue watoto mpaka Monday. Shida ile tumeona tu watoto wanakohoa na hatujajua shida ni nini. Lakini kukohoa non-stop kama 10 times non-stop mtoto anakuwa, sasa hatujaelewa. So tumeamua kuchukua watoto twende na wao mpaka Monday tusikie, lakini wametuambia in case of anything watatuelezea, lakini minister amesema mpaka Monday.
Tumetumia message ya kwamba tukuje tuchukue watoto. Sawa, tumekujia watoto, kuna outbreak ya flu nini, but we have kids at home. How safe? Watoto wetu watakuwa safe aje? Hatujapewa direction yote tuwapeleke hospitali ama nini. Tuwachukue tuwapeleke tu nyumbani waende kusambazia wale wengine.
Even if it's psychological, where would you get that energy to cough hysterically like that? Yeah, I went to the nurse and asked her, "What have you done?" And she was telling me, ati mtoto yuko na dawa. They're the ones who've been in custody of these children. So I was expecting her to tell me, these are the medicines we've given them. These are the tests we've done. Because do you know CDC? CDC came here. KEMRI came here. We gave them samples, and there's nothing medically wrong with your kids. They are safe going. You're safe going with your kids home. If you try to, it's not really a cough, I would say. What I'm seeing is it's like a sneeze, persistent sneeze, and then when you try to hold it a little bit, it hurts your ribs and your backs. Yeah. So they're telling us it's not contagious, but I have a question for them. It started with 6 children because we got some SMS some time back. 6 kids. Now, as of today, more than 80 students are coughing. Seriously, I don't think it's right. They've held our kids in this school for more than 10 days coughing. Sasa wameshindwa, wamesema, you go with your kids.
Well, voices of discontent parents, they are concerned about the health of their children. Indeed, it is a situation that needs to be looked into. We stick to matters related to education now, but we cross over to the eastern part of the country. Parents have started withdrawing the children from some schools in Isiolo after rumors went around that a Meru trader who went berserk, baying for blood and killing a man, had been spotted near one of the institutions. One person was killed and several others were injured on Monday evening when the businessman went berserk and drove his car into a crowd at Muriri Market in Tigania East, forcing groups of people at the market to scamper for safety. He then stabbed and killed one person and injured at least 10 others. The man, identified as Kileru Munjuri, is said to have later fled on a motorbike towards the Muriri Isiolo Road as police pursued him. The man is still at large.
Pata kuingiwa na wasiwasi, na pia sisi kama wazazi tumeingiwa na wasiwasi tukiwa kazini na wengine wakiwa manyumbani. So ile decision ambayo tumemake, tumeona ni vizuri tukuje kwa walimu watupatie watoto wetu tuende na wao nyumbani, because hatuwezi kuachilia watoto wakae shule ila hali tunasikia kuna hatari ambayo inatangazwa.
Tumeona ile mambo amefanya huko mahali ametoka. Tumeona hata kwa YouTube. Ni kitu tumejionea, na ni mtu ako area hii saa hii. Ako area hii ya Mwangaza ameonekana.
Tunaomba maafisa wa usalama waweze kuingilia kati hii maneno.
Well, quite unfortunate. We come back to Nairobi now. It may be not what everybody thinks, but the row between SportPesa and the government on taxation issues has caused the company to close down. And now, as the company closes down, there is a ripple effect on the economy and also on the individual livelihoods of over 400 people who are employed by SportPesa and some more who are employed by other organizations like the betting companies who have decided to close shop in Nairobi. Here is our reporter Beatrice with more on that.
More than 400 employees that have lost their jobs due to shutdown of gaming firm SportPesa, and the employees were told that their services were no longer acceptable after the closure of its operation in Kenya. Ronald Kariuki, the CEO of the firm, was the one who broke the news to the employees and was in a very sad phase since the news was not remarkable neither to him nor to the employees. The firm further said that it will resume its operation after Kenya put in place adequate taxation and non-hostile regulatory environment. The news came hours after the second largest firm, Betin, announced that it was pronouncing its employees jobless. The SportPesa is disappointed by the government decision to impose a 20% tax on all betting firms, where they are taking this as a damage on both their customers and treasury. This will have severe consequences for licensed betting companies, which obediently pay their taxes, and eventually will cause a drop in government revenue to near zero and will close all investments in sports in Kenya, the firm said. SportPesa and Betin are among a number of betting firms whose licenses were cancelled by the government over a taxation row that found its way to the corridor of justice. Reporting for GBS Morning Extra, I'm Beatrice Mudoni.
Quite unfortunate there, and you will remember that there is a video of a lady who caused outrage in the country, especially on social media, when she narrated her ordeal, and she spoke about how her life is uncertain and how it's going to be difficult. We understand that now the government needs to do much more, especially on encouraging youth to take up other forms of employment or start businesses. Well, we move on now across the borders to Mali. The incursion against the Malian battalion of the regional G5 Sahel force in Bulkesi and also a Malian army base in Mondoro were reported by the Malian government on Tuesday. The United Nations condemned on Wednesday with the utmost energy simultaneously the terrorist attacks on military camps in central Mali, close to the borders with Burkina Faso, that left dozens dead.
The United Nations Integrated Multidimensional Stabilization Mission in Mali, MINUSMA, condemned with the utmost energy the attacks on a Malian G5 Sahel unit position in Bulkesi and the Malian Armed Forces FAMA in Mondoro on 30th September and 1st of October 2019 in central Mali.
Our colleagues in the UN peacekeeping mission in Mali said today they are dismayed by the toll of the simultaneous terrorist attacks on a Malian G5 Sahel unit position in Bulkesi and the Malian Armed Forces in Mondoro. that took place on September 30th and October 1st in central Mali.
The attacks occurred only a few days after the 74th United Nations General Assembly, where security in Mali and the Sahel was given an important place on the agenda of several high-level meetings attended by heads of state in the region.
The mission and all of us extend our deepest condolences to the governments of Mali and the grieving families. The mission wishes a speedy recovery to all those injured.
Reporting for GBS Morning Extra, I'm Ongoi Womboi.
Now, still across the borders to the Bahamas now, the Director General of the World Health Organization, WHO, Tedros Adhanom, visited the Bahamas in the tragic aftermath of the Hurricane Dorian, which has not only cost many lives and livelihoods, but also caused severe damage to essential infrastructure, depriving the communities of vital services in a critical time. During his visit, Tedros met with the Governor General, Minister of Health, and other key government officials and commended their preparedness, readiness, and efforts to mitigate the damage caused by the hurricane. The visit included stops in Abaco and Grand Bahamas Islands, where most households and infrastructure, including healthcare facilities, were completely destroyed. Tedros was accompanied by Minister of Health, Dr. Duane Sands. Hurricane Dorian hit the country on September 1st, 2019, affecting 75,000 people. About 1,500 people are still being housed in shelters. Another 600 are still missing, and 56 are confirmed dead. The health sector in Abaco and Grand Bahamas suffered a substantial blow, with equipment and medical supplies destroyed and electrical and water supplies interrupted. In Grand Bahamas, 3 health clinics have been destroyed and 2 in Abaco. The Pan American Health Organization is the only United Nations agency with a physical presence in the Bahamas. PAHO and WHO has deployed 20 staff members and coordinated the mobilization of 5 international emergency medical teams for the response. Tedros thanked the teams for their rapid response and tireless service to the most vulnerable.
With their administration and their staff to provide care that's really in line with what's been happening here in a very different place.
So you're in hospital.
WHO has mobilized a total of $1 million from the contingency fund for the hurricane response. Dr. Tedros reiterated WHO's commitment to support the government and the people of Bahamas for the recovery of the health system. Well, with that story, we come to the end of this segment of the GBS Morning Extra. And for now, we take a look at the history, and also later on we find the weather update for different regions.